Imagine designing a society from scratch, deciding how everything from wealth to healthcare should be shared. How would you ensure fairness for everyone, especially if you did not know what your own place in that society would be? Well, within liberal thought, this is precisely what the concept of distributive justice tackles. It refers to the ethical principles that guide how resources, opportunities, and benefits are fairly allocated among individuals and groups within a society. The core of distributive justice for liberals is balancing individual liberty with social responsibility. Different liberal thinkers propose various frameworks. John Rawls, for instance, in his seminal work A Theory of Justice, introduces the concept of justice as fairness. He argues that a just society would be one whose principles are chosen by people in an original position, behind a veil of ignorance. This means they would choose principles without knowing their own social status, talents, or beliefs, ensuring impartiality. Rawls's difference principle suggests that economic inequalities are permissible only if they benefit the least advantaged members of society. In contrast, some more libertarian liberal thinkers, like Robert Nozick, emphasize entitlement theory, arguing that a just distribution arises from voluntary transactions and initial just acquisition, with less emphasis on redistribution. These distinct approaches highlight the vibrant internal debate within liberalism on how best to achieve fairness. Practically, this means that liberal societies engage in ongoing discussions about policies like progressive taxation, which taxes higher earners at a greater rate, or universal healthcare systems designed to provide basic medical services to all citizens regardless of income. It also informs debates around equitable access to education and housing. The aim is always to address systemic disadvantages and level the playing field, fostering genuine equality of opportunity, while carefully avoiding excessive governmental intervention that could stifle individual freedoms. The intellectual tool of the original position and the veil of ignorance is a powerful thought experiment. It encourages us to consider societal rules from an unbiased perspective, focusing on the welfare of all, especially the vulnerable. This distinction from simply striving for equality of outcome is crucial. Liberal distributive justice often prioritizes equality of opportunity, ensuring fair starting conditions rather than rigidly equal results. Ultimately, distributive justice in liberal thought is not just about who gets what. It is a dynamic and evolving inquiry into how we can construct societal institutions that uphold both individual freedom and collective well-being. It is about fostering a society where everyone has a fair chance to live a flourishing and dignified life, all while preserving the essential liberties that define liberal values.